okay, which are not related to the to these sales are completely recorded. Okay, what is the answer? Okay, bullet 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, bullet 4. Okay, yes, you have the answer here. Okay, but I want you to tell me why this answer is not under the control objective of sales are completely recorded. Hani? Hani, can you answer? Why do you think the answer is not bullet 1, bullet 2 and bullet 3? Any idea ni? Ani, do you listen me or not?
Yes, madam.
Okay, could you please try?
I think number 1 because dokumen tu dia dah complete record sebab dia ada sequence test.
Okay, sebab dia ada
Dia dah
sequence test. Okay, so means that you can see whether the system whether the company are issuing the same number of invoice. Okay, good.
second sebab dia dah buat comparison of dispatch notes, maksudnya dia dah matching dengan invoice yang keluar dengan barang yang hantar pun dua-dua dia dah record.
Yes, good. Cross reference. Okay, next. Third.
Yang third, kejap madam. Yang third pun sebab dia dah matching posting of sales daybook, maksudnya every transaction receivable tu dia dah recordkan ke receivable ledger control.
Okay, so maksudnya posting of sales daybook to receivable ledger control account and receivable ledger. So sales daybook ni kalau dalam sistem kita panggil apa ni? Sales daybook ni. Okay, this is journal. So from journal transfer to sales ledger, sales ledger, right? Mula-mula kan? After that baru kepada receivable ledger control account. So this is in general ledger. So means that complete. So first journal, second ledger, third general ledger. Okay, good. And the last one?
The last one sebab dia record dekat customer punya transaction je, dekat kita punya dia tak record lagi.
Okay, so sebab dia tak record dalam control or tak record in the journal. Okay, actually number 4, comparison of receivable accounts balance. Okay, receivable account balance ni dia datang daripada sales ledger. Okay, sales ledger, and they just compare with the credit limit. So if they compare with the credit limit, you will only see the proper approval, the credit worthiness customer, not the completeness of the transaction. So that's why bullet D is the answer. So yes, I want everyone know how the answer arrived, like Haini's answer just now. Okay, good, Hani. Okay, today we proceed with the purchase system. Okay, I think I'm not going to explain detail, but you have to do the exercise. Okay, because in this topic you need to do your own exercise, because this topic normally, okay, internal control of cost, they come up in the final exam. Tak pernah tak keluar lagi. Final exam mesti keluar sama ada in 15 marks or 10 marks. Okay, MCQ of course. Okay, they will come out about 2 or 3 questions. So you need to do more exercises. Okay, for the purchaser system, okay, what you are going to look into is the business process. So you have to look at in terms of the authorization of the purchase system itself. Okay, how the purchasing system is made. Okay, and the most key control should exist is proper authorization, and how you have to look at how the management, okay, implement the control over the goods received, and how they record the transaction, okay, in terms of the information system. Okay. So these are the control objectives. Okay, wait, I share the PowerPoint. So yeah, so this is the purchase system. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, this is the purchase system. What should you do? Okay, first is on the ordering stage. Okay, ordering stage. So the most document that you have to look into is purchase requisition order form. Okay, purchase requisition order form. So I think you have looked at how the system works during your SQL previous day. Okay, so order stage, this is the document. Okay, good receive. So the process of good receive, okay, you have to look at the documents used by the company is good receive note, GRN. Okay, so if in purchase you have good delivery note, okay, that is on purchase. For that is on sales. For purchase you have good receive note, GRN. Okay, and then you have good invoice and recorded. Okay, how the supplier invoice to the company and how the company record the transaction. So the document that you have to look into is supplier invoice. Okay, supplier's invoice or purchase invoice. Okay, it's the same thing. Some times they use the word purchase invoice, sometimes they use the word supplier invoice or account payable invoice. Okay, and the last part, you look at how the company make a payment. Okay, payment made. Okay, and then the most document is remittance advice. Okay, from the company. So remittance advice, okay, we will look at both. Okay, sales also have remittance advice, payment also have remittance advice, but you have to look at what cycle you are audit. Okay, what cycle you are audited. Okay, is it sales cycle or is it purchase cycle? Okay. And these are all the control objectives. Okay, so control objective and control activities. Okay, control objective, some examples. So if what happen if the control is not exist. Okay, so if you look at to your book. Okay, so these are all the control objectives should exist. Okay, during the ordering process, so you have to look at that all order and expenditure on goods and services are approved prior to being placed and are for goods and services that are actually received and are for the company. So that is the control objective for ordering. So when you talk about purchases, okay, it will include the purchase of goods, Okay, purchase of services and purchase of the NCA. Okay, non-current asset. So the control objective for the goods and services is same. For NCA, okay, we have a special topic on the NCA. So you have to ensure that the goods and services are approved, okay, so proper approval prior to being placed and for the company. Okay. Order are only made to authorized supplier, so means that you have to check to the, you have to look at whether the company order the goods from their master file. Okay, and then order are made at a competitive prices. Okay, sometimes okay they have a procedure for inviting okay the supplier. Okay, sometimes they do not look at yet on the master file, but maybe okay they have a big project, so they might use the tender process. Okay, so that is a different. Okay, for tender process, okay, normally they do not have the suppliers list yet in the master file. Okay, because the process for selecting the supplier to get a competitive price is through the tender process. Okay. And then for the receipt and invoices, okay, how they're going to receive, how the company, what are the procedure for the company receiving the goods, okay, and services. Okay, receiving the goods and services, and how they invoice how the supplier invoice the company. Okay, and then what is the objective? To ensure that the goods and services received are used for the organization purpose. Okay, are only accepted if they have been ordered. So means that the order process also must be properly authorized. Okay. Order process, purchase order must be properly authorized. So that is the meaning. Purchase order. Okay. Properly authorized. Okay. And then good and services received are accurately recorded. So means how you want to check whether the company are recorded it accurately. So you have to check whether the procedure for receive of goods, okay, when receiving the good, okay, receiving goods or services, normally goods lah, okay, must have the checking, okay, and then must prepare a receiving report. Okay, so to check whether the goods received are actually same as the ordered, and if there are any damaged goods, okay, they have to put aside and return back, okay, with the credit note, okay, with the credit notes to the customer. Okay, all credits to which the organization is due are claimed. Okay, and then receipt of goods and services is necessary to establish a liability. So means that when the company receive the goods on credit, okay, actually they involve already the current liabilities. Okay, or yes, current liability for the account payable. And then for the accounting procedure, okay, all expenditure has been approved and actually received, okay, recorded. Credit notes that are received are recorded in the general and payable ledger. Okay, all entries in the payable ledger are made to the correct payable ledger account, and cut off is applied correctly to the payable ledger. Okay, so that are all the objectives. So what happened if the following stages of purchase cycle, okay, during ordering, receiving of goods and accountings are not properly implemented. So these are the risks, okay, the risk that might involve. All purchases may not be recorded, goods may purchase which are not required. Okay, maksudnya, okay, means it's actually the company, okay, if it is purchased on raw material. Okay, for the raw material, okay, the company must have what document? Purchase requisition. Okay, purchase requisition form. Okay, purchase requisition is meant for purchase of material. Okay, so if the purchase requisition form does not properly prepared, then the goods and services may be purchased which are not required. So that is why the auditor set the objective of each of the audit process, activity process. Okay, the company may fail to buy the best price. So for the receipt of goods, goods may be accepted which have not been ordered. Goods may be damaged or the quantity may be wrong. So this is if it is not checking, okay, when it is received. Okay, invoices may be received for goods that have not been ordered. So you might receive the order, the company might receive the order, okay, that the goods that they are not ordered. So if there is no proper approval, and invoices may be incorrect and account may not be correctly updated. So that's all the possibility to happen, okay, where the objective or the control objective does not met or the control activities does not exist. Okay, so these are all the control activities suggested, okay, by the book. So when ordering, so these are all the control activities. Okay, I hope you read by your own lah. Okay, and then so these are all the activities that you have learned, okay, previously. So this is the example for the control objective and control activities. So for the control objective, let's say all orders for an expenditure on goods and services, okay, are properly authorized and are for goods and services that are actually received and are for the company. So that is the control objective tadi. So what are the control activities? So must have the order form. So order form is a document. Okay, so if you perform the test of control, you can say examine samples of order form. So that is why you must know, okay, what is the control activities regarding the control objective. Order forms prepared only when a purchase requisition has been received. Okay, so what is the process first in order for the company, okay, to order the let's say the purchase requisition, the raw material just now. Raw material. So first, okay, must fill up the purchase requisition form. Okay, when the purchase requisition form approved, then the company, okay, fill up the purchase order form. Okay, so purchase order must be properly authorized. So both must be properly authorized because if it have the objective whether the purchase order, okay, are at a competitive price. So means that is the order made from the company displayed in the master file. Okay, order form prepared only when a purchase requisition has been received. Authorization of order form, okay, is necessary. Okay, all orders made on official company document. So tak boleh blank document. It must be pre-numbered and so on. And showing supplier's name, quantity order and price. So that is the purchase order. Okay, and review of orders not received. So means that for the order received tu pun kena check. Okay, and then orders are only made to authorized supplier. So ada central policy, purchase of policy. So yang ni macam depends on the company lah what their policies. Okay, what their policies regarding the purchases system. Okay, and you have to look at to the supply master file data periodically reviewed, okay, by the management. So these are all the control objectives, so you can read. Banyaklah, okay. So baca and then how you perform the test of control. So when you perform the test of control, if you want to check on the segregation of duties, you have to observe. If you want to perform the application control, so application control is using the software. Okay, so you have to examine. Okay, and then obtain management review for supplier terms. Okay, so these are all the tests of control that suggested, okay, regarding your normally regarding your control objective, control activity and test of control. Okay, so dia mesti relate dengan apa you punya control objective, control activities and test of control. Okay, so example, let's say you set control objective, okay, to make sure that the different person will handle on the purchasing, preparing of invoice, authorize of invoice and making the order. So what is the control activities? Okay, control activities. Okay, the what is the control activities? Clerk A will prepare the purchase order and it will be approved by the purchase manager. So that is control activity exists. So how you are going to perform the test of control? Observe. This one. Observe the processing of purchase order throughout the purchasing cycle and evaluate whether proper segregation of duties is operating. So that's how you answer the question. Okay, on the control objective, control activities and test of control. And okay, please read the case study here. Okay, please read the case study how the Joe price, the Brown company, Joe and Brown company. So this one. Okay, read first. Carry class for 5 minutes. Okay, done. Okay, can anyone share to me what is the first paragraph tell about? This one. This. Naim? Naim, please tell me, Naim, or tell the class. Actually, the first paragraph meant for what? Naim.
You madam?
Yeah. The first paragraph, this one. What is actually Joe Price do? Naim? Dah baca dah tadi?
Dah baca dah.
Ha. Let's try. This is what Joe Price do with Brownco. Brownco is the client. You ingat balik ini continuation from the previous case study. Okay, kita ada continuation kan. What Joe Price do in each of their audit of Brownco. So this is what she identified from the purchase system. Okay, actually what is the first paragraph I tell you when you read the narrative.
Madam, can I help?
Yes, Yasmin. Yasmin want to try.
Yeah.
Okay, try Yasmin.
Just tell me what the first paragraph is about, right?
Yes. What is the first paragraph talking about? Yes.
basically talking about the control activities established at the company.
Okay, the control
Like what they
activities.
do in the company.
Yes, okay, the control activities. So that's why I said, okay, thank you, Yasmin. So when you read, you know what you read. Okay, you must know what you read. So this is a number of control activities. So remember, okay, in our discussion just now, okay, the book tell you what is the control objective and control activities. So here, okay, Joe Price, okay, have listed out what are the control activities exist in the purchase system of Brown and Co. So they include, so these are all the narrative. Ingat, okay, you must document your understanding, okay, by way of narrative or flowchart or by ICQ or ICEQ. So here Joe Price has listed all the control activities by way of narrative notes. So all goods received are recorded on the pre-numbered. So they have a pre-numbered sequential invoices and a pre-numbered multi-part good received note. Okay, so they have a good received notes. Okay, and then the goods invoice are reviewed. So ada independent check. They also review for quality. So these reviews are evidence on the good received notes. And the payable ledger clerk compare so that they also have the comparison, okay, the details or to check on the completeness of the record. Okay, to check the completeness of the record, the payable clerk compare the details on the purchase invoice, okay, with the order and GRN. So, and all any discrepancies are followed up by the purchase ledger clerk. So these are all the control activities exist. And the audit team, Joe Price, okay, Joe Price also perform the test of control to evaluate, okay, whether the control activities here, okay, is effective or not, is exist or not. So they perform a control based on this control activities. So first, sebab dia cerita tentang pre-numbered ni kan, pre-numbered. Okay, siapa boleh tolong explain? To check your understanding. If you are able to explain means you understand. Who would like to try? Anyone like to try? Siapa? Patin. Patin Jarina, try.